If you are someone who's having a hard time putting weight through your wrist like this or doing push-ups like this, if you're having wrist pain and you can't bear weight through your wrist, my name is Huang. Let me help you. I'm an occupational therapist and certified hand therapist, and I'm here at my clinic, Hands-On Therapy Services in Miami. I often see people who didn't fall, and their wrist pain kind of seem like it's coming out of nowhere, and it's getting in the way of them being able to work out, being able to do Pilates, yoga, just even getting out of the bed, getting out of the chair and putting weight like this. You can't even hang out just to shoot the shit like this because it hurts. Now, there is a common terminology, it's called wrist tendonitis, and that's what everyone would chalk the diagnosis under and say, oh, it's just tendonitis and just wear a wrist brace. However, let me share with you one thing, okay? If I could make your life easier, try this one thing out, right? Because I know you're searching online and they're telling you, put on a wrist brace, do kinesio taping. But here's the thing, it's like all those things might work, right? They might work, but guess what happens with a brace? The brace worn for a really long time can stiffen you up. Worn for even a short period of time can make you have weaker wrist muscles, right? Weaker forearm muscles. And it's just going to make your process longer. So let's see what we can do to shorten it up and actually let you be able to move your wrists without pain. Now, this is for someone who didn't fall, didn't twist, didn't break their wrist or anything like that. This is like just coming out of nowhere, and you're like, Huang, I can't put weight on it, right? Do you need a full evaluation to see like what's really going on? Absolutely. It would help you get really better, faster, and easier if you knew exactly where it was coming from. But I'm going to share this one thing because I have used it with so many of my patients. So come, let's get on the mat. So let's get on the mat, and I'm going to show you this one move that I just love, and it works with so many of my patients. This, of course, is if you don't have shoulder pain, right? So just make sure you don't have shoulder pain when you're doing this. It should not hurt you. This is what's called a sleeper stretch. So you're going to go on your back. You're going to put your arms out so that your elbow is level with your shoulder, right? And then what you can do is you can roll over onto that shoulder. Oh my God. It's going to help you to stretch all the muscles back here. And funny enough, your wrist muscles actually start in your elbow over here on this side, and the wrist that brings your wrist down are muscles that start on this side of your elbow, right? So we call this the medial side and this the lateral side. And a lot of times if you have pain over here, just might be a little tight in your shoulder, and this can really help you. So one easy way to do it is in bed, right? In bed, you got a pillow. I just don't have a pillow to demonstrate, but you just lay down like this, relax your arms, and then you just roll over on your shoulder. I have a lot of movement in my shoulder, so don't base your shoulder movement off of my shoulder movement, okay? But this should feel really good. If you feel a pinching here, you got to stop because you're rubbing some bones together and you're not ready for this move. I always say there's an order in which to do things to get really great, fast results. Though this movement might work for a majority of my patients, if it doesn't work for you, just stop. It's called the sleeper stretch. Now, to make it more of a sleeper stretch, you would bend your elbow at 90 degrees and you could let your hand fall down to the mat, and then you could roll over it. The other way to do it is you take your hand and move it in the opposite direction towards your belly, not towards the mat, but towards your belly, because you want to maintain a 90-degree angle of your elbow, and then you can roll over it a little bit more. Again, I have freakishly very loose jointed shoulders, and so don't base your movements off of my movements. You got to base your movements off of your other shoulder, okay? Now, if you're having wrist pain, you can try this and see if it actually helps to loosen up some of your wrist muscles. And it's one of the easiest things that you can do. But if you're still struggling, find yourself an occupational therapist or certified hand therapist who could really help you get to the root cause of why you have this wrist pain that's coming out of nowhere, right? Because it didn't come out of nowhere. Just because you didn't fall, just because you didn't twist your wrist, didn't have anything happen, doesn't mean it's coming out of nowhere. Your body is having these check engine lights come on because it's telling you you might have a problem either at the wrist, at the elbow, at the shoulder, and sometimes even at the neck level. So try that move out. Let me know if it helps you with your wrist pain. You can leave me a comment below. If you have other questions, leave me a comment below, and I'm going to try to make more videos like this to help you with your wrist pain. Again, my name is Huang with Hands-On Therapy Services, and if you're in Miami and you need my help, you can find us in the links below. Thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time.